What's up, ladies and gents? It's Devin. Today, Zane is going to be predicting the Minnesota Vikings record for the upcoming football season. Okay. It's a wild one for sure. It's a wild one. So leave a comment down below if you agree with his take or if you disagree. While you're down there, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you haven't. We're on the quest to 1,000 subscribers. We post every day, if not twice a day. I'm Devin, the other guy, Zane, and we're Buffet Sports. It's all you can eat. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie Beeman. Classic like Dom singing. Blasting like bombs ringing.
Who's your team? Who are you taking?
I tried to choose someone that I haven't heard a lot of noise about.
Okay.
So I chose the Minnesota Vikings. Because ever since Kirk left, nobody's been really talking about the Minnesota Vikings.
No. Okay. I'm excited to hear this.
Alrighty. I don't know the schedule, so you're going to have to run me through it.
You're supposed to pull up the schedule. All right.
I asked you, should I look at the schedule? You said no.
No, I just meant you pull it up here.
Pull it up for me.
Minnesota Vikings schedule. Okay, I'll just feed you the games. You make your decisions. Give us our predictions.
Before we get into the games, preseason, it's a battle between Sam Darnold and JJ McCarthy. Sam Darnold wins the #1 spot. He is the starting QB going into week 1. Who are we playing week 1, Devin?
Week 1, you guys, Vikings are playing the Giants.
Giants? I say a very, very tight, close-fought game that makes people question Sam Darnold being the #1 QB, but they pull out a win.
Okay.
So but it's very tightly fought. So then everybody in the news is like, oh my goodness, should they have Sam Darnold here? He doesn't seem to be that great. It'd be better if JJ McCarthy was getting reps right now. That's what we're going with.
Okay. Week 2, you're heading to San Francisco, or you're playing at home versus San Francisco.
At home? Okay, so we had week 1 where everybody's talking. Everybody's got to lose.
Yeah.
Very rarely do people go undefeated. Minnesota beats the San Francisco 49ers week 2.
Shock the nation, 2-0.
It happens. Right. It happens. It happens every year. There's a big shocker. There's a big shocker nobody's looking at. Yeah.
That's a good spot. That's a good spot.
There's always a shocker. So they win, and then now everybody's like, Sam Darnold's the greatest QB ever. I've been saying it for my entire life. I came out.
What does JJ have in that game? Is he have a Randy Moss game where it's like 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, 100 and whatever yards?
JJ has, I don't know what I want to do here. Do I want to go with a mediocre game from JJ to where they use everybody else?
Oh, like Jordan Addison goes off, TJ Hawkinson goes off.
I'm going to say this. They use everybody very equally and they pull out a win. I'm not sure if it's a big or a small one. It's a team win. And now everybody's like,
defense is riding high. Maybe some picks from Brock Purdy earlier in the year. Okay.
Yeah, early in the year. I like
all right, that. Week 3, they stay at home and they play the Texans.
And then off of that win, they lose.
Okay.
Sam Darnold loses, but this is a big game for Jay Jettis. Everybody's been wondering where he is. He shows up in this game. Has like 150 yards, 2 TDs, but it's not enough.
So 2 and 1 heading into week 4. They play the Packers at home. Wow, long homestand here. 3 home games in 4. They start the week off, the year off 4 home games. Crazy.
Playing the Packers, they lose. Still the same thing. Jay Jettis has a great showing. Now people are questioning, or is the team better without Jay Jettis? Because when Jay Jettis goes off, they don't win. That's what everybody's saying.
Wait, no, sorry. This is in Green Bay. I'm sorry. This is in Green Bay.
Doesn't matter. They still lose.
They still lose. Okay.
Still lose. Jay Jettis goes off, has a fantastic game. Everybody's like, oh, they seem to look better against San Francisco when they're using everybody else. They should get rid of Jay Jettis. That's what everyone's saying.
Okay, so starting the year out 2-2, heading into week 5, they play the Jets at home.
Week 5 versus the Jets.
Week 5 versus the Jets. 2-2.
Reverse Aaron Rodgers. Sam Darnold tears his Achilles. He's out for the rest of the year. JJ McCarthy gets the spot, and they come through with a crazy, diabolical win over the Jets. Sam Darnold pulls an Aaron Rodgers. He did it on purpose because he wanted to prove to everybody that he could come back within a season before Aaron Rodgers could.
So we're 3-2 heading into week 6. They are
3-2
positive right now.
They're going crazy. A lot of shit's happening. This is a pure Jay Jetta's game, by the way. JJ McCarthy, he knows the guy he has to throw to look great, and he does it perfectly. He only throws basically the Jay Jettas. They win the game.
Okay.
First start, JJ McCarthy. Now everybody's riding high on JJ McCarthy. They're saying that Kevin O'Connell or Kevin O'Brien, whatever his name is, whatever the head coach's name, yeah, he's a dumbass because he didn't start him at the beginning of the year. That's what they're saying now.
Early bye, week 6. So coming out of the bye, in week 6, they head into week 7 to play the Lions at home.
Long home stretch.
Hold on. I think that the Jets game is actually overseas.
That makes sense for the win then.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense for the win. So, they play the Lions at home. They play the Lions at home week 7. How are we feeling? Where are we at?
That's a loss. Mollywop. Now everybody's hating on JJ McCarthy. They're flip-flopping back and forth. They think he's buns, he's ass, because it was probably like a 34-12 type of game.
Tough game.
Really tough game. They got mollywop.
Okay.
Now everybody's saying JJ McCarthy's a bum. Get him out of the league.
Okay. Week 8, they head to LA to play the Rams. This is 7/15, the 24th, I think. Is this Sunday Night Football right here? 24th, 10/24. Let's look. 8, 9, 10, 24. This is Thursday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football?
Thursday Night Football.
I'm frozen.
He's frozen, ladies and gents.
I'm back.
There he is.
I'm back.
Thursday Night Football, week 8 against the Rams.
They lose. They go. So that's 3 losses straight after they beat whoever the fuck I said they beat. They lose. It wasn't a close game. It was probably a 2 touchdown scores ahead. It wasn't really that close. Okay. People really want JJ McCarthy.
It's on Prime.
Off the team.
It's on Prime. No one's really watching.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay. Heading into week 9, they go home to play the Colts. Week 9.
Colts week 9. Another loss. 4 losses in a row. Now everybody's screaming, JJ McCarthy, why would you ever draft this guy? This guy's terrible. How dare you guys make Sam Darnold tear his Achilles so JJ McCarthy could get playing time? You guys are the worst. We want to get rid of the Minnesota Vikings as a whole because you guys are so terrible. That's what they're saying.
Oof. All right, they head to Jacksonville to play the Jags in a Sunday game at 12 o'clock.
JJ McCarthy plays a stellar game.
Okay.
An amazing game.
Okay.
I'm talking 20 for 25. 0 interceptions.
Wow.
167 yards.
Low.
Shut up. I mean, he's not a deep ball threat. I mean, he throws it short.
Fair enough.
2 TDs. Those are breakaway TDs from their guys making plays. It is a close game.
Can't be that breakaway if he's only got 167 yards.
Great game from the defense.
Okay.
24-24 going into the 4th quarter.
Wow. Okay.
JJ McCarthy dislocates his shoulder. Out. Who trots onto the field? Joshua Dobbs, the Pastronaut, trots onto the field and goes crazy in the 4th quarter and clinches them that win over the Jags. Now, they've gone through 2 QBs, and Josh Dobbs is the starter for the Minnesota Vikings. Back where he belongs. They go into week 11. Backstory. They have picked up Joshua Dobbs. I don't think he's on the Minnesota Vikings currently right now, but he is on there. Like they picked him up somewhere throughout the season. As soon as Sam Darnold got hurt,
they said he's a known quantity. We'll take it.
Yeah.
So going into week 11, they are 4-5. They play in Tennessee against the Titans in a Sunday game at 12 o'clock. What's the verdict?
during the week, there's a picture that comes out that Jay Jettas and Joshua Dobbs are in the bowling alley, bowling, getting reps in together, building that connection together at Triple Play.
Triple play.
And they have a crazy game. Jay Jettas goes for 3 TDs, probably like 200 something yards. Joshua Dobbs makes basically no mistakes because he knows the offense now. He's not just going by what the guy says in his ear. He says, let me cook. And he rushes for 100 yards on top of whatever he did passing. And
Wow.
they kill the Titans. And
Wow.
then now
Okay.
everybody's saying, Vikings are back, baby. We want to keep them in Minnesota. Joshua Dobbs should have stayed here this entire time. He should have never left.
Wow. Okay. So they've got a 2-game road trip here. Coming off of the Titans game, they head to Chicago to play the Bears in week 12 at 5-5. They are at 500 somehow.
Joshua Dobbs, that smart son of a, can't know what he's going to do. He's just better than all of us. And he has another amazing game because he sees the field differently. He sees it from space even.
Oh,
And he kills him with 300 plus passing yards.
wow. So it's a win.
It's a win.
It's a win
It's a win over the
in
Bears.
Chicago.
Joshua Dobbs does it again, the Pastronaut.
Okay. So then heading into week 13, they go home to play the Cardinals.
And it's
Indoor
a win.
stadium, by the way.
It's a win.
Win.
Easy win. Easy win.
Easy win.
Easy win.
Okay. Cardinals fall to the Vikings. Week 14, they stay home and they play the Falcons. New look Falcons.
Revenge game. Joshua Dobbs, he has a little sideline interaction with Kirk Cousins before the game. We don't know what they're saying, but there's shoving involved.
Wow, Kirk's pissed if shoving.
And you could definitely, there's people on the internet, they're trying to read the lips of Kirk Cousins. There may or may not have been a slur thrown out. So a huge
Kirk?
From Kirk Cousins. He
From
might
Kirk.
He might have thrown a slur out before the game.
Whoa.
So Joshua Dobbs is pissed. You know,
Okay.
a man that's been on the moon, he's now pissed off.
Okay.
And he throws for 400 plus yards and he beats them. He beats them racist sons of bitches down in Georgia.
Well, it's in Minnesota, but yeah. Okay. So win against the Falcons. They are 8-5. They are positive heading into week 15. They play Chicago again. This is an in-division game once again, at home.
You know how Tekken players, they might lose the first 2-3 games. And you know what they say in chat? They go, downloading. That's what Joshua Dobbs is doing, except for he didn't lose the first game, but he downloaded the Bears, and now he knows exactly what everybody on the defense is going to do at the exact time he's going to do it. So he's throwing out so many flipping pump fakes, nobody knows what's going on, and he sends one deep to TJ Hawkinson to win them the game in overtime.
Okay.
Win Minnesota.
Bears win Minnesota against the Bears.
Yeah, they beat the Bears.
Okay, so then week 16, they head to Seattle. It's rainy, it's December, it's cold, it's outdoors. The 12 is probably back. What do we feel in week 16 versus the Seahawks at home
So let's talk about the stadium.
or away?
It's rainy. There's a lot of noise. They don't know what's going on. Normal quarterbacks couldn't perform when they don't have everything going on. I froze again. Oh no, I'm back. Normal quarterbacks couldn't perform when they don't know what's going on. But if you remember last season, Josh Dobbs won a couple of games without even knowing the playbook, not even knowing the plays. He didn't even know the people that he was passing to, and he still won. So this is not going to be a problem for Joshua Dobbs because he has the experience that when things get tough, he perseveres. So this is a win for the Minnesota Vikings.
Win for the Minnesota Vikings. So they head into week 17, 10-5. They haven't lost a game in like 6 weeks. They're hot as hell. They go home.
Joshua Dobbs is hot as hell.
They go home to play the Packers. This is an in-division game, important game.
And this is where things go downhill. You know, Joshua Dobbs, he hasn't seen the Packers that much. He hasn't played them that much at all. You know, it's a very tough defense. the offense, you don't know who he's going to throw to. Very tough game for him, but his nickname's the Pastronaut. So he throws for 500 yards. He gets it done, and they beat the Packers.
Jesus. Okay. All right. Heading into the final week of the year. Big game. Final game
Big
of the
game.
year. Division game. They play in Detroit versus the Lions. Stake possible playoff berth on the line. 11-5 right now.
And this is the toughest game that he's probably had to play all year. Playing the Lions latter half of the season when they're trying to get to a Super Bowl after everything that they've gone through. But who's gone through more? The Lions or Joshua Dobbs? He's sitting in the locker room. He's freaking out. He's like, I don't know if I can keep this magic going. I don't know if I can keep it rolling. But then he thinks to himself, is the Detroit Lions harder than playing on 3 different teams in one season and winning flipping games? No, it's not. So he goes out there and he smokes the Detroit Lions. That's a win for flipping Josh Dobbs, baby.
All right. So their final record is 12-5. Playoff berth pretty much secured. Seems like they're the 2 seed in division. Most likely, I'd imagine.
Josh Dobbs is the starter for the next 10 years after this season.
Wow. Franchise quarterback.
He finally gets what he deserves.
Franchise quarterback, huh?
You know, he sat there in the locker room sometime and he's like, is this harder than delivering Amazon packages? And he's like, no, I can do that with my eyes closed. So I could throw a touchdown with my eyes closed. And he did that.
Okay.
That's why he went to the moon. That's why he was on the moon.
So the Minnesota Vikings are going to have the same record as the Texans this year.
And they'll probably beat them. If the Minnesota Vikings and the Texans meet playoff Super Bowl in the Super Bowl, they'll probably win.
Wow. What a ride. What a wild ride. They ended the year with like 7 wins.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Wow.
It's crazy. I can't believe it either.
What a wild ride. That's all I have to say.
That's how crazy flipping Josh Dobbs is, bro. He's a super genius, you know. He's like Lex Luthor, but he's good and he plays quarterback. I was in there and I was like, I should give him a loss, but then I was like, I can't. I was like, for the story, he just has to be perfect. Ever since Josh Dobbs gets his starting job, he just has to win.
We made it to the end. If you're here, leave a comment down below. Full course, boys. If you made it to the end of the video, let us know also down in the comments if you agree or disagree with Zane's take. It was a wild one. Like I said, if you didn't believe me, you should now. Okay. Leave us a like while you're down there. If you like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We're on the quest to 1,000 subscribers. Okay. We want you to be a part of it. And if that take that you left in the comments is good enough, it'll be a part of next week's show. So I'm Devin. The other guy is Zane. And we're Buffet Sports. It's all you can eat. Ciao, guys.